let's discuss then, I imagine, what the United States needs to do to get back on this stage. Taylor, let's get into that, since obviously that is kind of front and center with Panama's result against England.
Rich, it's an interesting question, and quite honestly, it's a 3 to 4 hour discussion type of thing because it's not a black and white answer. But what I mean by that is that so many things in our country with the sport of soccer, and this isn't about basketball, baseball, football, and hockey even to a certain extent, but soccer is played, developed, and quite honestly, commercialized completely different around the world. And I use this analogy. The United States is trying to play checkers while the rest of the world's playing chess, whether it's promotion relegation, whether it's pay to play, whether it's coaching education. You can have a legit, and I'm not saying we have to do it the way the rest of the world does it either, and I'm also not saying if you have an accent, you know more than the American. But, Rich, if this isn't a wake-up call for the rest of the country and, quite honestly, any of the power brokers that are in this country with the sport of soccer, then I'm going to say you're insane, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Now, I hope this is a wake-up call for all of those money-making, power-broking people. But, Rich, let me kind of go a little deeper into what I mean by an example of coaching development. Iceland is the size of Corpus Christi, Texas, and it's about 330,000 plus population. If Rich Eisen wants to become the highest developed and educated coach in that country, it is roughly going to cost you $2,000. In the United States of America, Rich Eisen, who has no history with soccer, wants to become an A-level pro coach with the amount of travel and the amount of everything you put in. Rich, it's over 5 figures, way more. You're looking at 25 to 40 grand, depending on where you are in the country. So my argument right there is, if you want to put a dent into the deficiency of what we're doing in our country, any single human being that is coaching the sport of soccer in our country, you need to be educated and licensed by proper professionals and make it accessible, make it affordable. Whether you're coaching at a parish, whether you're coaching at a local team, whether you're coaching at a travel team, I don't care what it is. But if Iceland can figure it out on such a micro level, the United States can. It's just whether or not they're willing to fully roll up their sleeves and get into that kind of conversation. And I'm not totally sure that is there yet. Now, obviously, the United States has a new president, so we're going to wait and see. But I think, Rich, the better answer to your question is call me in 10 years, and we'll see if it really was a eye-opening moment for the United States.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.